Did I already did I already talk about hitting like and subscribe? Did I mention like and subscribe?
Never.
Okay. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Um, uh, and what was the script? Yeah, it really means the world. The world to me. Algorithm. 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 Yeah. This is a follow up to or an explanation partly of the previous video, which was a film that we made, directed by Sasha Muniza, who's right there. Should you turn the camera around, or
It's fine.
should you hit? Maybe we could have you saying hit like and subscribe. Do you understand the? Do you understand the algorithm part? I wrote algorithm and I don't remember why. Well, anyway, so the thing is, that was the actual film that we would have made if we weren't giving a presentation. It's based on well, the story that's being presented there is Roberto Segraf's Portrait of a Drowning Man, and it there was we had a time limit, and we exceeded that time limit. But even so, we only covered 2 long pages of a 6 long page short story by Roberto Segraf. And the reason I bring that up is, well, to explain, but also because we have some books coming up that you know about, the recent ones that came out. But one of them, and it'll be in the micro line form or format, hit like and subscribe. And for the algorithm, and we'll take it from there. But Segraf is now translating a book of short stories that he wrote, and that was one of them. And so we're going to be printing a microline book of Segraf stories. He's also working on a collection of poems by the oft forgotten, I think, Argentinian surrealist poet Pellegrini. And so we'll be having, that's 2 of them. Another one, and this is related. I wonder if I can find it. It's this happens every video. Well, okay, I'm just going to give up looking for it. It's back there somewhere. You've seen it. Adolfo Adolfo Villafuerte wrote a book called Entre Lunas. I think it's Interlunar in the English, but it was translated by a guy from the Dominican Republic. His first translation from Spanish English, Jean Paul Casse. It's an oddly Germanic French name for, maybe it's from Alsace-Lorraine, for a guy from the Dominican Republic. But he translated the book and did a good job. I edited it, and then, as Adolfo Villafuerte knows English pretty well too, he edited it back to what it should have been. And we're going to have that finally in English, a translated book. We're hoping to get Segraf's Anatomio del Abismo, and Anatomy of an Abyss, or the Abyss. But I don't know when that'll happen. So these are 3 books that will be coming out down the road. I don't know, maybe late spring. In the meantime, we've got, to remind you, the Periplus of Spur Tank Road, with the artwork by Arcapravo Baumik, terrific artwork, and very nicely put together by Zachary Tanner. And here's the Lift, the Beckettian radio play by Dmitri Kral. And here's the back cover. You have to read it to find out why a telephone is on the front, but a lift is an elevator, and this is taken in an elevator. You can see the buttons, and the phone is back and in a sort of menacing posture. And then finally, the best novel you'll ever read on Vietnam, Chandler Brossard's Raging Joys, Sublime Violations. Completely different cover from the last one. Well, actually, all these are. Well, the Dmitri Kral is similar, but they're all different. Anyway, this is a lot of people like this cover the most. I guess because of the Beatles album that it mimics, and also because of the strange. It says on here 10 EU. That's 10 euros. This one has the euro sign, and this one doesn't. Maybe because, some of them will go to India. I don't know. Rupees. We also have a book coming up by an Indian woman named Gargi Barua called The Coffee Shop at the Edge of the Moon, I believe. And that'll be in this form as well. Haven't seen the cover yet. But the next batch that's coming will be the latest thing I've written, which was about 3 weeks of self-evisceration, self-exposition, and rage, which is based on this photo. And this photo, my mother just sent it to me. It's called Rick and Jack in Croatia. That's my father, who's dead now. There's a lot to this photo, the timing of it, and so on. And it led me to write the book that I wrote, which came out in a rush. It'll be about 90 pages in this size. Along with that, we're publishing David Vardaman's, about twice as long, Feast of the Assumption, which is the first Vardaman in 2 years, and I love it. And then we're publishing my mother's cookbook, which is going to be called My Family Cookbook by Ellie Harsh. And that is the next. Okay, so that's 2 weeks or so from now. And then 2 weeks after that, we will have I Was a Teenage Psychonaut by Zachary Tanner. And that will be coming, and the timing on this is very important because we'll have established the microline by then. I think Zach's I Was a Teenage Psychonaut will be microline, and we'll have another book of poetry by Mark Douglas. And I'm not sure what the title is going to be at this point. It's going to be microline, and he'll be working with Zach on it. And the poems have been ready for some time, I believe. And everybody's been waiting too long because last year we didn't make a lot of money and we didn't publish a lot of books. This year we're going to make up for it. And so along with that will be Randall Eldon Green. I don't know the name of it, but it's a book of short stories. And that will be in the old style. These are old-fashioned now. And so that makes them all the more desirable, right? Anyway, Randall Eldon Green's short stories. I've not read one. I've heard him read one, and it was fantastic. and I hope that's part of his collection. But then again, maybe that's the worst one he ever wrote, and his collection will be that much better. So this is what's coming up. Keep in mind the microline. They really look great on the shelf. I have two whole shelves there, and just like up there we have the you probably can't see up there, but we have the Penguin Classics, and here we have the logo, and at first I thought you can't even tell what it is, but then when you know what it is, then it's you can see it. It's a hand pulling a book out of a coat pocket as if stealing it, and it looks really good. Zach whitened Jeff Walton's because it was on black, a lot of our covers basically. Hey, we don't even have it on Tim. I never noticed that before. Oh, there it is on Tim Conley's book. It's on the back, and it's not here. I was going to use it for an example of what they look like on here. But I love the logo, and I think on some of the books, I think on the cookbook, there's a photo that is appropriate for a cookbook, and on the back, we're going to have a big square logo right in the center. It's from my mother, and she's 93, and so it's about time she published a book. But it's going to be her son Rick's logo right in the middle. So I hope you like the film, or if you haven't watched it, I hope you go back and watch it. There's some beautiful camera work, and I do a little acting, but it's really not much acting. I'm basically just talking like a publisher who lost an author, and that's a conceit. It's a conceit, and now that you know that, you might want to unsubscribe and hit don't like. Leave a comment. All comments in the videos will be obscured and mocked by my team of social media workers. And if there's anything else, is there anything else?
Maybe you should explain that this is not the main film that we are making.
This is yeah. Don't confuse this with the main film we're making, although it's connected in the Segrovian mind, and it's all some really interesting cross currents, which makes me think, okay, well, what else is coming up? Well, I'm reading stuff right now, but by some submissions. I'm swamped. Don't send me anything unless it's so fucking good on the first page that I can see that and say yes if you want to wait, because we're once we can mark Mark Douglas and Randall Eldon Green off our list, I think we've still got over 10 people waiting. Luke Dellin will be one of the next for sure. I think he's been waiting the longest. His book, I can show you his book. That's my lower parts. Where is his book? Well, I saw it earlier today. Here it is. Yeah. Okay. We'll have a different. I don't know if he's going to be a microline or a pocket book. I think pocket. I think. Yeah. And he's been waiting too damn long, and I really like this book, and I think Philip Friedenberg even had something on here, or I don't know. There's some connection with Philip Friedenberg, and Philip Friedenberg's book is coming out. What's it called again? Um, the Museum of General Ideas, and from what I understand, if you think Cactus Boots was wild, you're going to go wild for the Museum of Great Ideas. And I'm reading a 1,000-page novel by I believe Spanish writer. His name is Spanish. He translated his own work. He's a close friend of Joao Reis, and Joao inspired him to write his own book in English, and it's good enough. I took one page, page 977, and I checked that one page to see if I really needed to read the whole thing. And the thing is, it was really a good page, but there's some issues in the translation. I don't think there will be any issues when it comes to him simply using his own words to describe things, but when he uses English phrases, he might get a preposition wrong. That's the level of work. So it should be a fun read, even though I'll be working on it. But 1,000 pages, things being the way they are. Did I mention the like and describe?
Subscribe.
Hit like and subscribe. Did I mention that?
Yeah.
What about do you think should I say more about the algorithm?
Remind them.
Don't forget the algorithm, because it isn't going to forget you. It might tell you to forget me. It might tell me you've forgotten me. I don't know. I don't know what the fucking thing it does. But look at this. Hello. Wonder if the sound went odd. Okay, that's enough for now. I hope you like the movie. I'm stunned by the photography and the camera work, I guess we'd call it, the cinematography, and so is Roberto Segroff, who is actually okay. All right, bye.